Watch me struggle today as I try to make fall deciduous trees for tabletop gaming on Agranak Studios.
Hey there, it's DM's off. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you know when we upload new videos.
So here I am, totally immersed in the campaign setting I am making called Samhain. It's a region of perpetual fall with a strong Halloween theme built in. This year I wanted to expand my miniature terrain and build some turning leaf fall deciduous trees. I watched some awesome tutorials, links are in the dungeon. These crafters made this look so easy. Twist the trees, put on some glue, and place the clump foliage. Let me throw in a disclaimer. I am not a crafter, or rather, I craft out of necessity. If I had the money, I would just hire people to do it for me. But I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, so I have to do this shit myself. On with the story. So I got these woodland scenic deciduous tree armatures. It's a 12-pack. Again, all the links of everything that I use will be in the dungeon. And of course, by using the links, Jeff Bezos will eventually give me a minuscule kickback. At any rate, one of the things I ended up doing is twisting the trees until when I look down the shaft of the trunk of the tree, you can see a nice spiral. That is, it's sort of full without any leaves, of course. Each branch is pretty much crossing into a fullness of the negative space. In some of these tutorial videos, the professional crafters were using a product called tacky glue. I'd never used it before, but that is what I purchased because that is what the smart, experienced people did. So I slop on the tacky glue. Holy crap, what a mess. And it's about as tacky as Elmer's white glue, so what's the point? In my research on some of these videos and even some Reddit posts, I was reading that you shouldn't use spray adhesive like Super 77. They said it was overkill, which in my experience, I would rather overbuild something than underbuild it. But I went with what they suggested, which was the tacky glue. Long story short, there are people that can use it to great effect. Not me. What a mess! And the clump foliage just kept falling off. So frustrating. It didn't matter if I waited 5 minutes, 10 minutes, did it right away. Actually, I think I got the best results by just putting it on and throwing the clump foliage on. But by this point, I'm so frustrated. And I'm thinking, maybe the spray adhesive may be the way to go for me personally. So I test out some spray adhesive that I use for building puppets on a box. And it dries like spunk on a teenager's computer screen. Now I know that the 3M Super 77 dries pretty clear, so off to the hardware store to get some. A few minutes later, I'm back with my handy dandy Super 77. Now I know it's overkill, but man, it works so much better. Spray it on, let it get tacky for a minute or so, and then pile on the clump foliage. Easy. So after you get the first bit of clumping on, I would say spray some more and then stuff on more clump foliage. It'll make it fuller. Now here's a major problem that I ran into. The Super 77 for some reason was drying white. Not something that I'm used to. I figured it would go away, but it did not even after an hour. So maybe the tacky glue was actually the best option after all. My plans were foiled yet again. I knew I would spray some matte Mod Podge on to seal it, so I figured that this tree was beyond repair anyway, so I sprayed it with the Mod Podge. But then miraculously, the white went away. Well, about 95% of it. But perfect for my needs. At the end of the day, to me, they look great. I still have to base them properly in a mud brown, and then I'll probably get some fall leaves to sprinkle on top. But man, this turned out awesome. Now, if you're a pro, the tacky glue probably works perfect. Or maybe there's another trick that I don't know about, but man, it is so damn messy. At this point, I have about 4 more trees to finish up my dozen tree set. And I'll be using the Super 77 to finish up, no doubt. The Super 77 and Mod Podge, when cured, makes for a really sturdy tree, in my opinion. Though, who knows, I'm probably poisoning myself with this combination, so I don't recommend it. Try it at your own risk. I'm not a chemist. I can't wait to get these on the gaming table and be transported into my campaign world of Samhain. Hey, speaking of which, if you want to support the development of Samhain, the campaign book, you can join our Patreon and get updates as I put them out. I'm trying to have an update weekly. Fingers crossed on that one. Thanks for stopping by Agranak Studios, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers!
This video is brought to you by the generous support of our patrons. Consider becoming a patron. There's a link down in the dungeon. Down there. Also, we have links to other places that Agranak Studios is at.
Alright, do this, and do that, and do this, and do that. And watch this video.